Yeah, the
So
Cog Hammer
he's
version,
faster than
definitely.
Maverick. Yeah.
There is double juggle in Maverick as well. So the only difference is the Cog Hammer, which I think in this
Okay.
specific case is going to play a big role because removing those shielded mini bots and getting an extra round of Divine Shield is just going to be amazing. Thijs has gotten the Cog Hammer pretty much systematically since we've seen him. Pretty much every single time he's been able to get the Cog Hammer with the shielded mini bot.
Yeah. He's pretty good at drawing the Cog Hammer.
Nicely done, Thijs. Like pretty much pro skill right there.
Yeah. And that is actually super good. He's going to be able to kill both mini bots and still have his alive.
Reporting for duty.
I expected
Okay.
the Cog Hammer turn, but he's playing
Yes,
into
but
Consecration.
He's well. That's a little bit more aggressive.
I feel
it-
it's odd, actually. I feel it's really weird, because Consecration becomes so much more threatening now, to an extent. You could have gotten 2 free shielded mini-bots, and done that afterwards. I guess he didn't want to waste, quote-unquote, his Cog Hammer if he had to replace it with Life's Justice. So that's probably an argument.
Maybe it's because he feels like
Reporting for duty.
he's not going to win just by an early game tempo, but he
He
took
still
one
had a good
damage,
mid-game
right?
one. Alright, so I
Yeah, he
guess...
took one damage for nothing here. He should have hit the 1-1. But yeah, I think he wants to keep Coghammer to... Like, what if you can give Divine Shield to Lothar and trade into another 5-5? That is so huge.
Yeah, you can actually kill the Sludge Belcher's first body.
And wow, Maverick's role here was terrible because now Thijs can clear the board with his own board and then...
I mean, you could
Keep-
even just go for the Cog Hammer play, as awkward as it is. I mean, there's so many ways for Thijs to capitalize on this board presence at the moment.
Well,
I might
I
as
think
well
I
just
like this
trade.
like you said, if a Belcher comes here, Thijs now can Coghammer, clear the whole Belcher and still have his Lothar at full HP. This is a huge tempo swing. Well,
Yeah.
keep of tempo, since Thijs already has tempo. And this is
Harrison
such-
Jones on a weak 1
Yeah, this-
durability Life's Justice. This is horrible.
This is terrible, but that was the only play Maverick could do, so
Yeah, I guess if you're stuck with only equality in hand, you do have to make plays like these to
And now
hope to reestablish the
Coghammer.
tempo, but...
this Coghammer is way better than just protecting a shield and beanie bot. This is huge.
Reporting for duty.
And you still get the value from follow-up Belchers. I mean, the
Yeah.
amount of value he's about to get from that single Lothar is just out of this world.
Yeah. Is Maverick forced? Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah, he's
out-
forced Aldor. Oh,
The
goodness.
5-5 is not the biggest minion that Ty's gonna have, so this outdoor is there to buy some time, and Maverick's gonna to draw something better.
I have a question, though. Do you think Maverick is running Stampede and Kodo? Because we see it in Thijs' hand, and it's a card that has come back in some of the more control-oriented Paladin decks. I remember Firebat brought a very anti-aggro deck with some, pre-GVG control elements, the Kingwin charity event, just recently. So I'm wondering if Stampede and Kodo is making a comeback as a card in Paladin, since it synergizes so well with Aldor Peacekeeper in general.
It's pretty good. It's mainly back because the aggro decks are a little bit slower with the Undertaker not being overpowered anymore, so it helps. But I don't know if Maverick runs it. I have no clue.
Alright, so Thijs is actually getting an amazing board advantage on the back of that Lothar who killed the Harrison Jones. He's lower on health than his opponent, but that's about to change pretty quickly if Maverick can't, keep putting pressure on.
Yeah, and it's not like Paladin has a lot of reach anyways, so Ty's really does matter being at 17th here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. With lay on hands, and you even get the initiative here. Like, there's very little that Maverick can do that's going to scare you. He plays a weapon, you got an answer. He plays a big minion, you got Sylvanas. You got Knife Juggler, Muster for battle if necessary. You pretty much have everything you want.
Yeah, now Boom is slightly awkward, but I guess you can still play Sylvanas like you say, get rid of the bombs, and unless the bombs go really, really crazy, Boom is gonna pretty much get negated by the taunt, and if your opponent goes for an equality combo, you get a 7-1, so that's pretty good.
Let me
All right. So do you trade with Lotham in those 1/1s? Because I mean, she's not gonna die from the initial hit, so he'd have to RNG Lotham off the board, and I don't think you'd even care that much if that were to happen.
Mhm.
So now
All right.
Thijs can actually hit the Doctor Boom if he wants with his face, and then lay on hands to get back on his feet.
Well, not sure anymore.
Yeah, that seems like a way too dangerous play. But look at the amount of
Wait.
damage that Maverick can put down right now with the Iron Beak Cowl.
Well,
That's pretty close to lethal?
double consecration would be lethal, and
Oh
here's
my
one.
goodness. Wait,
Thijs was
Iron Beak Cowl Sylvanas, Equality Consecration, go phase.
wow. That's a lot of pain, and Thijs won't have an answer. Like lay on hands is completely getting negated by Doctor Boom.
Yeah, so he doesn't even bother with that. He just goes full consecration play. No
I
equality, nothing else. He's just gonna
I
follow it up with.
I really like the owl play. That way there is
There's no
the
Doctor
board
Boom
is.
steal at any point.
Let me think.
Oh, I mean, I guess with the equality play, your Doctor Boom would die to the shielded minibot, but you still put
Mhm.
Thijs at 1 HP.
Yeah, and you still have the Iron Beak Owl left over after that. So you need to find an answer to the Iron Beak Owl, which is threatening to kill you anyway. So I do feel like Iron Beak Owl Equality Consecration is going to put Thijs on lethal unless he finds healing. We know he's got Lay on Hands, but that gives Maverick the perfect opportunity to get the tempo back on in his favor.
Move quickly.
Yeah, this. I can't help but feel that last turn's play was quite greedy from Thijs.
Yeah.
Because Maverick could have double consecration and win right away.
Wow, okay, so Maverick just goes for the Consecration, doesn't bother equalitying the Kodo off, and I think that is not a play I like. This is...
No, I don't
I
see.
can't
I don't
believe he
see
did
why,
that.
Why do you keep the equality? You won't have anything to clear afterwards, and now
Oh,
you
goodness,
leave
alright.
you leave
Well, let's see
Thijs
where
the
that
tool to
goes.
stabilize.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to see where he puts that, because I feel like Maverick's mistake here might turn the game around for Thijs. He has the Juggler, he's got the Muster for Battle, he's got Lay on Hands. Sure, he can't kill Dr. Boom, but if he Lay on Hands, he can use the 5-3 and the 2-2 to kill Boom, kill the Owl, and that leaves Maverick with only a 1-1, which, let's be honest, is not going to kill Thijs anytime soon.
Yeah, you definitely didn't want to leave.
Sylvanas and the
tools-
Kodo, there's no way you want to leave that up.
Yeah.
I can't believe this game might slip away from Maverick on the basis of just that one play.
Yeah, I really don't understand why did Maverick keep the equality there? Because he doesn't have a second consecrate. He doesn't have a pyromancer to clear. Like this equality is a dead card.
I feel like what he was trying to do was a bit of a fancy play where he thought if Dr. Boom gets equality, then I equality it dies to shielded minibot, and the owl and it might get consecrated. I mean, I sort of understand what he might have been thinking, but ultimately you still maintain the initiative regardless of what happens at that point. So he was playing around
exactly.
consecration is the only reason why that could have happened, I think.
Yeah, but then if Thijs consecrates, he doesn't lay on hands, so you have so many top decks that are lethal. You have consecration, you have True Silver.
Yeah, exactly. So looking at this now, we have the perfect turn 10. Knife Juggler, Muster, Quartermaster. I don't think it gets much better than this in Thijs' position. It's not going to be enough to guarantee that you're going to kill anything and, you know, survive, but it does allow you to put counter pressure right away if necessary.
Do you True Silver, or do you go for the Quartermaster right away? Because you could
What
True
could hit
Silver
you for
here.
6 here? What could hit you for 6 that Maverick would have frequently?
Well, it's just the fact that you get more healing that way, and you just make sure that this Belcher doesn't kill your Juggler, and the next turn you can Quartermaster, because
To arms, men.
You need those 3-3s though, because if your board dies to another consecration, this is gone. This is gone.
well, certainly this
Oh.
is not looking too good for Maverick.
Yep, I'm not liking Maverick's position here. It was looking amazing, and suddenly everything got turned around. So the Equality is still a very good card. Maybe considering Lay on Hands as an option to replenish your card draw and get that Equality Consec that you really direly need at this point is an option that you have to consider.
No Consecrate Oh, Maverick's gonna have to top deck the Consecrate next turn, otherwise I don't see him coming back.
Well, he has 2 turns to do it, in effect. I do believe over 2 turns, that would still be fine.
Unless there's Tyrion.
Sylvanas is fine. I mean, you've got the
Yeah.
Black Knight to negate it. Sure, he'll get the
Yeah,
weapon, but you remove the minion. He's got 2 turns to top deck that board wipe before he's effectively dead, I believe. You know, between Aldor Peacekeeper and Sylvanas, you still have, you know, something. You've got something there. But now there is a Consecration in Thijs' hand. This is where
Yeah.
things get tricky. You can't really extend much on this board now.
Put your faith in the light.
Well, yeah. So next turn you've got a Black Knight.
Yeah, you've got a Black Knight. You're gonna be taking damage, but he won't heal off of True Silver since he probably won't replace it with. He won't replace his Ashbringer, that is. As I said, 2 turns before he's effectively completely dead. Like, that's it.
So do you Black Knight? No, you're dead next turn.
Now, you've got Aldor Peacekeeper. You can play. Oh, Muster for Battle. If he had a Knife Juggler, that would be a different story, but that doesn't help at all.
No, there is
This is over.
15.
There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah,
there's
there's
no
20
board
damage.
wipe. There's no board wipe.
Yeah.
No, but Black Knight plus Aldor Peacekeeper. Does that save you? 5?
No, because there's
6?
there's
Nah, there's
15
just
on
a
the
champion
board
anyway.
without Tyrion, so that's a total
Yeah.
of 20. Oh,
Yeah.
Maverick is 1 damage off. This is so close. If Maverick would have won if he used that equality the other turn, and like if the 1/1 could have hit the face for 1, or like any single point of damage. I think Maverick's trying to find a way out, but there's no way.
Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to look at all the possibilities here, and any permutation of whatever you do just
Let me think.
leaves you empty-handed against most things. Like, I mean, you can Black Knight here and hope for the best. You get a True Silver champion to heal up and kill a minion, but
Well, the only thing you can hope for is if Thijs can't count it to 17.
yeah,
So, that's a
I
lot.
think Thijs is more than able to do that. One-off lethal here.
Wow.
And the time has come to spam the one-off lethal emote, ladies and gentlemen.
Just imagine if 1 bomb would hit for 1 more damage.
Imagine if equality had been played.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be looking at this right now, I don't think. It might have been, I mean, Thijs might have been able to deal with Boom, but the Iron Beak Cowl and the follow-up initiative that you get from it would have been just enough.